people, this is our current project video. We are now in October on this McDonald residence project in Woodside, California, and what we're doing right now is building a rear patio trellis, and Sam's going to show you the rear of the house, and he's going to go there tucked in. So what we are doing here is continuing what we started in December, when we started distressing all the timbers here for the veranda at the pool house, and it also has a similar look on the front entry of the house that you can see in one of the pictures on our website. So we are distressing, we are trying to make these look old and hand-hewn and put some history, and we are trying to take some of the perfection out of these timbers that we'll get out of Canada. This is Western red cedar, and they come out, of course, square milled, rough sawn. And what we want is something like this that has more character to it, you know, with handmade, like craftsman marks. And so what we start is we try to take the squareness out of it by cutting the edges. And I'm using an adze for that. This is kind of like a little axe with a scooped edge on one side here. So I'm starting to take the machine perfection out of it. That. The next thing is this kind of a scoop chisel, and I start scraping the surface. So what we get with that is an irregular surface. Instead of that smooth machine made, this is more something that will be handmade. And then I go back to my adze and I make some little marks like this. These are like just the marks of the axe when you first log this beam out of a big tree. Use that, and then using this draw knife that is a flexible blade, and I clean up the jaggedness of this, because we don't want the wood to look brutalized and you know, abused and mishandled. There has to be a certain care, a certain sense of the windswept, weathered look to it, and then when that happens on old wood, it usually takes all the hard edges. Everything becomes a little softer and rounded. Now we talked to the owner before we started. We asked him if he thought that this timbers had been maintained over the years, now over, let's say, 100, 200 years. We are creating a narrative for the owner. So because of the maintenance factor, he says they've been oiled. That means that the grain is not raised like you see on some wood that sits outside. It has a certain look. These here, it's going to be smooth, which happens with wood that you oil regularly, even though it's outside. So once I get my marks here, you can see it's all like jagged and ugly looking. I'll finish off with my sander. showing you a little bit here that you can see that it's starting to be more rounded and nice to the touch, just like this. And then when we're done with this, we repeat this to all the surfaces and posts and headers. And then when we're all done, the painter puts his oil stain on there, and it's going to look like the rest of this. And while we are at it, we also have to cut them, and we have to fit all our hardware, which is this type of a metal hardware that we're going to hang them off. It's attached to the building. Then we cut these slits here like this, and then finally these pins are inserted. That's how they hang, and then after it's all up and done, we'll plug the holes. And there we go, that's what we're working on right now.